Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Decryption, and I am very, very far away from my starting point. Nope, still very far away. Why are you all unloaded now? So, I've been working on the cutscene before. There we are, we're back now. And I've pimped the land out a little bit while it loads. Let's let it load and hurry up a bit. Let's just load everything in from this scene. There we go. That was supposed to have... Oh, maybe I didn't do that bit. But yeah, so now we have all these houses down here to make it look a little bit better. And I have fixed some of the lighting. I've fixed some of the windows. As you can see, it's all looking a bit nicer, which is good. I got this pack from the town pack I also own, so it was easy to just mod into it. As you can see, it doesn't look too different-ish. Because you're not going to see it anyway. All I wanted was some city houses and stuff. I did end up moving it to a separate map. So as you can see, there's nothing over here. That map's gone. And I'm using the world partitioner map, and the book doesn't seem to be present anymore, which is odd. But I don't know what's up with this light. It's complaining that I don't even move it. It only complains if it's stationary. I don't know, odd. Yeah, so there's the map, and I've got the things here. So I've added the crickets thing that we found last time. And then I fade the audio down there because that's when I want the camera cut to happen. And that's where we'll be talking to these two here. So we're going to crack on with this. I did prepare the dialogue for this. And I was just sorting it out before the stream, but, well, it crashed. So, so let's go and load that back up. Because once I can sort the dialogue out, I can start putting it in, basically. So yeah, so here I've got my dialogue I've generated for it, going to the macro output. And unfortunately, with the AI was updated recently, and now it exports in a format Unreal doesn't understand. Which, as you can imagine, before I used to just generate the audio and it was done. Now I have to generate the audio and then go and redo them all. And because I want it to sit in a specific file structure, it don't work. Come on, let me in. There we go. Right, I need to generate all of these. So I've basically created a macro. It's basically Audacity, but it's called Sourcecity. It's like a fork of it. And it does this for some reason. It'll just crash for a few minutes until... There we go. Back. So I can take all of those, export them, and replace all of those now. And they're now normalized, so they're higher volume, and they... What else? The other one. They export in a decent quality. Well, a format that Unreal can understand. Right, if we open that, there we go. Take all of... That's exported in the wrong name. Yeah, I need to make sure I re-export those, because that's a problem. Because it's exported as the player's voice, but speaking as Franklin, which is a problem. And oddly, it didn't actually export them all. Export all of them. There we go. Did it that time. Right. So we've done the food map. Now I can come into the warehouse scene. Yeah. We've only got this a couple more times and then I'm all good. Stop it. There we go. Right, let's export those three. Yeah, so all I'm doing is taking the exported routes and putting it there, because for some reason in Audacity, you can't choose where you export it to. Everything must export to just one folder, which is tad annoying, granted. But the scene I've designed gives us opportunity to finally have a shooting sequence, which is very, very nice. And then the final one, I'm going to copy that over. Right. Boom. It should be them all exported, which means we can now drop it into Unreal. So here they all are. So we can go to the macro output. So we have Men in Blue, we have the warehouse and the food map, and then inside you've got Agent 2, Agent 9, and McDaddy. So we go to Sounds, Missing Wife. Let's open that in File Manager. I suppose I could just put it there. There is a food place there. I should probably put it in there. So we have added them there. Then we don't actually have one for the warehouse scene yet, so and put that there. There we go. But what I will also do is open up these Men in Black things here, and we'll start just fixing the bug that I had for some reason that I've done wrong. That's right. Be careful, she's angry. You go left, you go right. That's right, that's right. That way, I think, yeah. That bit there. I see. Oop, I see. It's this bit here. Look. Now listen here. You have 15 minutes. We're squaring out later. There we go. Right. So that's that bit fixed, which means I can take all of this and I'll just drop it down here as a backup for now, just in case it doesn't work. And we'll take this to the top. There we go. Right, yeah, so we've got that. That does need to be generated. That's a backup, just in case. And now all the audio should be in here. One moment. Right. So we've got the dialogue. Let's start putting the dialogue in to this scene. It doesn't have the cell phone effect because I need to figure out how to do that. But we can do that later. So this is the food map, that one. And we've got Agent 9, Agent 2. The ambience we've already got. That's the crickets and the frogs. Because you are going to be starting like that. And then it'll like cut into them talking at that point. I don't actually remember the dialogue. Oh, there we go. That one. So it starts off, so we have a woman. So we have a woman. Right. I don't want to add it to any of these because they are... If I drop it there, can I drop it below? There we go. So if I put it like there, and we'll call this one Agent 9. There we go. They're the ambience ones. And they, as you can see, they do need to pair up because they do layers of things. This cricket one up here
around and jumping on
does run for a while.
So we have a woman who is now super strong, running around and jumping on people.
Yeah, we need to fix all these audios as well. Hand wave. I grab not those ones because they work okay. and go asset actions and bulk edit. Grab all of them, set the format to be, well, I swear we had project defined before. Let's set it to Bing and see what happens.
Running around and jumping on a woman who is now super strong, running around and jumping on people. Running around and jumping on people. And jumping on people.
Well, that looks to be working okay. It was a bit glitchy at first. Let's continue and see what happens. Okay, so the next bit is who is also. There we go. I'll drag it down one. I don't know what gap you're supposed to put between the audio. Agent 2. I don't. How long of a pause do you put between audio to make it realistic? What is the average time between a response in conversation? $200 milliseconds. Okay. Let's see if we can replicate that. Hopefully. Let's just keep adding the audio in for now. What's the plan? Now then. Because if I can put them all in the right order, then we can organize it afterwards. Right, speaking of leads, that's where the phone rings. So I'm going to put a gap there. Because it goes ring ring, and I don't have a ringtone yet, which we might actually have one. This is Agent 2. Yo, this. Right, now this is McDaddy, so we can put a new one there. There we go. So it is not the end of McDaddy. Well, we know he didn't die because we kind of just left him last time, but what she didn't realise is, so basically the TLDR is he rings you and says she's jumped another one of his women and she tried to attack them. Obviously we know based on the conversation previously she's not actually attacking them. And what McDaddy did to defend his people, which granted, you know, is very, you would, it's like if your employees keep getting attacked, so he gave them all tasers. And then one of the girls tased the alien and knocked it out. And then it goes wrong. Wait. This is not right. So we have a woman in Superstar wants to planet. Yo, boys doing this. I think that is it, but then no. Where does it? Oh, it's these bits I'm missing up there. That's why I'm confused. So these go like there. So I took her down. Wait, you shocked her and knocked her out. So where's that bit? Wait, you shocked her and knocked her out. Okay, that bit's right. Why does it keep doing that? Stop being so small. There we go. Yep, she's out cold. Then we do that. Then we come into the damn it. Okay. Yep, she's out cold. Now listen here. The girls are wanting me to end this. So the girls want McDaddy to shoot her in the head. You know, bad for business, all that stuff. You have 15 minutes to come get her. I like to know how long my frames are, my cutscenes. So show time as seconds. What are we on? Ah, it's barely even a minute. You have 50 minutes to go. We square now. And then Agent 2 can come in with, damn it, we need to go now. Read, we need to stop him. No, we need to stop her. And then your character's gonna be like, her, she's out cold. And then he will be, while the host is still active, the parasite only has partial control, and then the host still regains some function. If the host is unconscious, then the parasite gains full control, and McDaddy's girls just hurt it. McDaddy is in danger. And then you're like, oh crap, let's go. Okay, that's it. That's literally the end of that one. There's a lot more audio, but that's for the next scene. And then we can have a fade out running back to the car there. There we go. If I had a mocap suit, I'd be doing animations where they got up from the bench, run towards the car, la-di-da-di-da-di-da-da. But, well, I don't. So. Although, where's my car gone? We'll have to find the car, because I've lost the car. Yeah, there we go. There's all the audio. We need to sort the pacing in a minute. What are you doing up there? Oh. Why does it move up? There we go. Yeah, so
So we have a woman who is now super strong, running around and jumping on people.
Who is also expelling green liquid and eating irregular foods.
What's the plan now?
Well, we have no lids at the moment.
I don't know why that lit up green just then. Nothing I've done should make that light up green, look. Oh, it's the fireflies. Yeah, it's literally not me. It's the fireflies just hitting that specific spot. I did find the fireflies in the end, look, and they do look quite nice. Right, so let's crack on with this, I think. Although, I am tempted to modify my macro to add 200 milliseconds at the end of every dialogue. Because then every time I compile the dialogue, I will always get that space after it. Discard that. Yes, I want to discard it. See if we can do that. Because then you'll never have to play about in the cutscene editor. You literally just put it next to where it needs to be. Yeah, flying car. It was a flying car and I'm not sure why. So let's insert one. And can we have just like a silence or something? I don't know. I don't know what. It's like generate silence or something. Generate silence. Yeah, so there is a generate silence, but I'm just trying to see if we can automate it. I would have thought it would begin with S. These are all the selects. Silence. What does that do? Doesn't really give me any parameters, does it? No, okay. So the closest thing we've got is silence or silence. But you can't really give it any... Oh, there we go. I don't know. I don't know what to click. So that's hours, minutes, seconds, and I don't want a second, I want 0.5 seconds. Manage? Factory presets, nope. It says it's got milliseconds on it, but I can't see the milliseconds. So I can just change it to seconds, but... Samples? Nope. It's definitely the milliseconds one I want, but... I don't know how to get to it. I guess there is a dot in the middle there, look. So unless they're seconds and this is, you know, 200ths of a second, like that. But I know how flaky it is. We're going to have to find a way to get to the end of it as well. Cursor to track end. I think we need to add that first, then it'll do the sentence, then it'll export it as a WAV. Should we try it? Do you want to save changes? Yes, I do want to save changes. Have I still got a backup of any of those audio? I don't. Let's go and grab one. See, if this works going forward, it's going to be so much easier. No, I'm in the engine. I need to not be in the engine. I need to be in here. Food place. So if I grab, save that, and I'll make a backup of it here, just in case. Because I don't want to break it now. So this doesn't have anything at the end.
Agreed. We need to stop it. Agreed. We need to stop it.
And it does cut off, actually. So maybe half the time it's the AI cutting it off, not me. And then I should be able to go macros. Analyze. Tools. Apply macro. Normalize. Silence requires one or more tracks to be selected. Why? I'm just generating silence. All I want it to do is that. Oh, stop it.
Agreed. We need to stop him.
And that does help it balance out, actually. But the generated silence isn't there. I wish there was a search in here, because it's awful to search through. I suppose that's a bit better, but... See, you'd assume it would be the silence. Which at this current time, I'm struggling to find where that is. There. You'd assume it'd be one of them. Silence menu command. Is it that? We could try it. That looks like we've done the same thing. No, I want that one back. Cursor to track end. I want that because it'll move it to the very end. And then it's this silence one, isn't it? I don't know which one it is, so I'm going to assume that one. And then we can set it to 200 milliseconds. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, save that. Tools, apply macro, normalize. Normalize requires one track. Okay. It's because if you do it the other way, it auto selects it. It was selected. Okay. So it's not that one then. I don't think there's a generate silence. Let's have a look. This will just make life a lot easier. Macro generate silence. Oh, really? I don't get why you would build a program to do macros and then miss half the effects from the macro. What's he trying to do? Trying to use macro to add 6 seconds of generated sound, then track. Nothing seems to be happening when I use the sounds command in the macro. Let's go through and tracks. Blah, blah. I don't get it. So he's just using silence at the end of it. Shall we try adding our own macro then, instead of using this one? Create a new one. Yep. And we'll just go test. And what it'll do is it'll insert a silence at the end, like that. Let's just see what that does. Yeah, save the changes. Right, tools, apply macro, test. No, that's just silenced everything. That's not what I wanted. That's gone back to samples as well. Milliseconds. 2 to 0. Okay, so theoretically that should be silenced, but I've got a feeling it's going to overwrite the ending of it, not actually append it. Yeah, same thing. Okay, it just undid what I told it to do. Okay. And it just completely ignores me. Okay, fantastic. That's what everybody wants, isn't it? Stop doing samples. I don't know why you keep doing that. It's just gone back to it again. Yeah, save the Bluetooth around. Let's unselect that. It's being silly. Let's hope we can change it this way. I don't know why my mic started picking up in Audacity. That's weird. That's right. 200 milliseconds. Are you saved it yet? No. Okay, completely ignored me. Unless that is the right amount. I don't know. Sounds requires one or more tracks to be selected. Okay, select the track. And just overwrote it again. Useless. Absolutely useless. That's just gone to 2 minutes now. God, that is useless. That's just, I don't think that's going to work. It is the right thing we need it to do, but I think it's broken. So we can get rid of that one and we'll just keep it like it is there. Annoyingly. That's very, very annoying. Okay. How else can we do it then? Because we're just going to have to do it manually, aren't we? We'll just have to listen to it and see if it sounds right. And if it's too far, move it back. If it's too close.
So we have a woman who is now super strong, running around and jumping on people.
Who is also expelling green liquid and eating irregular foods.
What's the plan now then?
Well, we have no lids at the moment. In the morning, we can head back to the...
Okay, yeah. We need a ringtone. So, game assets, sounds, phone. Let's see what ringtones I've got. That's a xylophone. That's very, very different. We've got a phone there. What we got?
Phone.
No, that's not what I wanted. I mean, I could do that one. It's a ringtone at least. Oh, we're getting a lot more now. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, let's try. I'll copy that one for now. Ringtone. No, I literally have one. That'll work then. It can be anything really. It's not mega important, but stick that there. Okay, stick that there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's wanting to ignore me. Let's try a different way. We'll paste it in there. There we go. Now ignore me. Importing asset. Come on, it's not that big. Is it errored? Why has it failed to import it? Let's open source city. I wonder if it's one of them dodgy ones again. Give me 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. Just need to. There we go. I was just sorting the VPN out. There we are. Right. Let's see. Right down there. Goes on for a bit or long, doesn't it? But it'll do. Export that as a WAV. Not in the top 10 audio tips. We don't want it there. Where do I want it? I'll just stick it videos actually. Should I stick it in videos? Yeah. Yeah, Animake sound pack. I've already got the license for it. We're all good. Now I can come back to the videos. Grab that. Place. Nope. Ah, I put it in the wrong place anyway. Where do I need to put it? Projects. Man in Blue. Content. Sounds. Missing wife. Food place. There we go. Replace that. Right. Re-import it. Is it going to do it? Why have you failed to import this time? I've literally exported it how you want it to be. Okay, I'm going to take it out of it entirely. And then we'll put it back in to a different place. Like that. There we go. Right. Now we'll add that to... Well, we could add it to the ambience place, I guess, because we don't use a lot of it up above. That's a very long phone, so we won't be doing it that long. And it needs to slightly overwrite him a bit.
Back to the.
But I don't want it to go like that. I only want it like a second. Like that. Or do I want it longer? Because then it can overwrite him talking and then they can talk over it together and be like, speaking of which.
Head back to the.
Speaking of leads.
Right, and what I'll do is at this point, I will split the audio and I'll make this bit quieter because he's talking. Oh no, I can't do it like that. We have to use keyframes for it, don't we? If I put a keyframe there for it and a keyframe there, but the keyframe here will set the volume to 0.3, and then the keyframe here will set it back to 1, so anything going forwards works fine. Let's see what happens now.
and head back to the...
Speaking of leads,
Oh no, it fades out. I don't need it to fade out until like there. So I want it to remain the same volume. And then it can fade out relatively quickly.
Back to the...
speaking of leads,
And then what I can do at this point is chop that. Then I can... I think it's the same repetitive tone over and over again. So I actually think we can crash the system. Let's give it a minute. It needs to wake up. Am I still there? Yeah, I am still there. So I'm thinking we just cut it there, move that back, and it'll go and it'll just, you know, do its normal fade out. And if it don't work, then I'll just fade out this main line here. Let's see if it'll work.